Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mike's Horsepower Garage. And thank you for joining me for today's video, where I share with you my 5-year cost of ownership on my 2010 Porsche Panamera S. Now this video is a third in a series. I have 2 other videos where I go over the 3-year cost of ownership and the 4-year cost of ownership. I'll go ahead and leave links in the description down below to those videos if you want to check those out. They go into more detail on what I spent on the car. In this video I'm going to cover what I spent on it in the 5th year, recap some of those numbers from the first 2 videos, and give you a 5th year grand total. So total I've spent on the car with the maintenance, the mods, and the scan tool was $3,355 over 3 years. Now in this year, the 4th year of ownership, I've had to change the gas cap, the 2 hood struts, and I went ahead and changed all the brakes. Brake pads, rotors, brake sensors, and caliper bolts. And I also did an oil change. Now I did all this work myself, and I bought the parts online for a grand total of $840 spent this year. Add that up with my first 3 years, we have a total spent of $4,195 on the car. So the first 3 years I spent $3,355. After 4 years of ownership, I spent $4,195 total, and my 5th year of expenses have totaled $471. Now that includes a new set of front tires, which were under warranty and prorated, so that price of $336 is about half of what they normally would have cost. The oil change this time cost $80. I did the spark plugs myself, they cost $40. And I did a spray injection cleaner to clean the intake valves, which cost me $15. So that gives a 5-year grand total of $4,665. I know what you're thinking. $4,600 in 5 years to drive 30,000 miles is a lot of money. There was a lot of added expenses that I decided to spend on the car that weren't entirely necessary. My choice of tires added about $600 to the total. I didn't have to change the mufflers, but I did. That's another $750. There was that extra set of front brakes that I didn't need to purchase. Of course, the scan tool, which is an elective purchase, but I feel it's something necessary if you're going to own a car like this, especially if you're going to do any work on it yourself. But if you take out those items, buy some cheaper tires, then the number's not so bad. Let's go ahead and check that out. Now over these last 5 years, if you take out all those things that I spent extra, get a set of tires that's more sensible, $3,171 is the minimum you could have spent on the car in those 5 years of ownership. So that's quite a bit of difference. $3,100 is not bad over 5 years to be driving a Porsche V8. So I think it's well worth it. But that's entirely up to you. A lot of you still might think that that's very expensive. I mean, you can get a Honda and you're just doing $40 oil changes every year, and you're not getting anywhere near that number, and you're probably still on the same set of tires. But honestly, that's the biggest expense with this car other than gas is the tires. I enjoy driving something a little different and something fun, so for me the expense is well worth it. Okay, well there you have it. It's been 5 years now. Everything has gone rather smoothly. No major issues or breakdowns. Knock on wood, I hope that things continue. The car is 13 years old now, so it does make me a bit nervous that I have some major repairs coming up here in the future. But so far so good. I hope it stays that way. The car's been very reliable. All the work so far that's been necessary has been really easy and simple. I could do it myself. I do have some future maintenance coming up here really soon. That's going to be changing the fluid in the PDK transmission. 50,000 miles. The owner's manual says to do it at 60,000. From a lot of what my viewers have told me, it's better to do it around 50,000, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with that. Considering the age of the car and how long that fluid's been in there, I don't think it's been changed. I can't really do that myself because it requires the car to be totally level, and I won't be able to do that with jacks and jack stands. And it requires Porsche software so you can fully drain the transmission of all the fluid. So that's one I'm going to take to a dealer to have done. Hopefully I'll be able to document that. They'll let me film it, but we'll see. Well, that's about all I have planned on spending on it. Maybe, actually probably a set of rear tires is going to be next. But hopefully that's all for the next year. Alright, well, thank you for joining me for today's video. Please give me a like, browse my channel for other content, and smash that subscribe button. Thanks again for watching.